Hello out there. This is James Caldwell with you again. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Um, Today, I am actually going to cover the second episode of season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And I'm just saying, this is my take on what's going on the drag race. And again, I thank you for clicking on the video. Well, Rue, thank you very much because last week I was a bit underwhelmed. I was hoping that we would get something that was actually going to keep me engaged. And I have to say, these second 7 contestants of the 14 much more interesting than the first 7. I have to tell you. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Guest judge tonight was Khloe Kardashian, so that was good. You know, it's always good to see Khloe. She's an interesting girl. I enjoy watching her. Um, Not crazy about all the rest of the Kardashians, but I do like Khloe. The first contestant, her name is Bianca Del Rio. She really does remind you of Vanessa Del Rio, if you will. I'm sure you all know her from the porn business. Um, Not real cute. Vanessa Del Rio she's never a really cute woman. She's a nasty little woman, honey, but she wasn't very cute. And nor is Bianca Del Rio. She gives you man face and too much makeup, pretty much. But whatever. She cracks a lot of jokes. She puts you in mind of a really overpainted Lucille Ball. The second girl is Trinity Bonet. This bitch came into the room when they first entered. This bitch was done in a very vampish black. She was doing black leather and black sequins at the bottom with the mermaid tail. Very, very vampish, very Lily Monster. Hair was stacked. Everything was just solid pitch black. Really a good look. It made me say, okay, I'm gonna have to watch Miss Trinity and see what she has going on. Um, and let me say this about her. As I watch the program and I watch her confessionals along with what was actually going on during the program, it's one of those times, and I don't want to be rude, where you say a boy that is not that attractive, because I don't find her to be all that attractive in her boy state, makes out to be a prettier girl. So her transformation is really, I mean, you can see her, but she's really, when she transforms into a lovely queen. She really does. And I hope I said that without being too rude. Uh, Joslyn Fox was the next girl. Very cute. She's very cute, even in and out of drag. She's a very cute little sissy boy. Very cute drag queen. She's a real nice girl. She's like not caught up on any of the drama. Like she wasn't in with the drama and stuff as we moved forward. She was really just a cute queen. Beautiful legs. Beautiful legs. She did have this little animal print dress on and she was giving you very mall drag. So I don't know what's gonna come of that. She's gonna have to ramp that up or that's not gonna work out. But beautiful legs and she's built real nice. So real cute. That's all, really about her is that she was just real cute. She was real pleasant. And I enjoyed her. Joslyn Fox was her name. This next child was her name is Milk. She is very, very interesting. She's a club kid. Now, I don't usually go in for the club kid thing when it goes into drag, but she's really interesting. Now, her look when she came in was a goddamn fool. She was really up on some buffoonery, baby. She was giving you Zorro the Gay Blade, honey. And she actually even had a gap, like a Lauren Hutton gap painted in her teeth. She was giving you teetotal clown, okay? But there's just something about her that is very interesting. From the beginning, I looked at her and I said, okay, she was just interesting to me. The next person her name is Magnolia Crawford. Um, I don't know, there's a lot with her. A lot with her. She came in she basically looked like a character from the Harper Valley PTA. Okay, she's kind of a mess. And Rue was clowning her from the door because every time Rue says her name, she says Magnolia Brown or Crawford. Magnolia Crawford. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So Rue's been reading her from the door. Why did I call that child Magnolia Brown? Because that's just as ugly as Magnolia Crawford. Whatever. Pardon me for that. But yeah, Magnolia Crawford. Real ugly. The way Rue says her name. I said, see, Rue's with that reading shit. You know how she goes. The next contestant was, her name was Courtney Act. And I believe she's from the UK because she actually has the accent and everything. Very, very pretty queen. Very pretty queen. She looks very, very fishy, so they need to really watch for her. She she looks like a girl. You know, we always have one of that. That's right in with the Tatianas and the, Carmens of the world. Very, very pretty. You can't get it. You can't get her illusion. Her illusion's hot. Now there was a comment made about her not being in drag, which was from Magnolia. Because as you went on through the program, you found out that Magnolia Crawford is a hater. The bitch is just a hater, and you kind of pick up on that right away. She's very, very negative, and she's a hater. But she made the comment that's she's pretty, but that doesn't worry me because she's not drag. Who told you that pretty isn't drag, darling? It's the whole point. It's the whole point. The more you look like a girl, the better. That's what you're doing drag for. That's the whole point. Don't know what that's all about. But again, that's again another drag race thing. There's that clowning in there, and they always seem to give a problem to the girls that really do look real. I don't understand it. The whole point of drag is to look and emulate a woman. So the prettier you are, the better it should be. But whatever. I'm not running the show. I'm just watching the show. So whatever. The next contestant, her name is uh, Darien Lake, and she is the plus size girl, and she's gorgeous. Has a very pretty face, very pretty heavy queen, and she just seems like a bunch of fun. She seems like a bunch of fun, like you would have a really good time hanging out around her, but at the end of the day, that bitch got a whole lot of shit with her. Very much that way. She's that girl that you would be sitting around in the room and she would just be reading. She seems like she would do a lot of sneak reading, but she just seems like a lot of fun to be around. Now, the one thing is she is a heavy girl, and she wears shoes that she respects her weight. Is what I'm going to say. Which here I go again, trying not to be rude, but the shoes are horrible. She came in and at the foot she was giving me very Iola Boylan on the way to Niedermeyer's, and I was hating those shoes, but it is what it is. She's respected her weight. There's no need for her to play the Spike Hill game and break her goddamn neck or tear up a good pair of shoes. But really, Iola Boylan, you just horrible, horrible, horrible. So those are the other seven girls. The very first challenge they did, their mini challenge was a photo shoot in the midst of a pillow fight, which that was funny. It was cute, really cute. A couple of them did really well. I have to say, Courtney, she again, she's flawless, and then the bitch is funny on top of it. So watching her go through her photo shoot was funny because she was clowning her ass off, and then her pictures, that bitch was giving you sex pot. She was giving you sex pot. That was really good. Trinity turned the photo shoot out. That bitch understands how to take a picture. You can tell she's been watching Drag Race. She's been watching America's Next Top Model. That bitch knew where to find her light. She knew what to do with her face. She turned the photo shoot out, and naturally she did win the mini challenge. I was really happy for her because she really did deserve it. They got it right. They got it right. Then they strip down and they do the boy thing. They're all getting out. of drag and turning into boys. And this little part of the program just wears me thin. But Courtney and Milk are acting, sitting around talking about having each other. Yuck, 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 yuck. I just that just wears me thin. Why are you two bitches looking at each other like that? It just I don't understand, but whatever. So who knows? Maybe they're going to hook up at some point. But they were looking at each other and grinning and skinning and trying to shin, I guess. But I laughed. I said, well, they say today's trade is tomorrow's competition. So hey, they'll have a mutual understanding. They can borrow each other's shit. Again, yuck. Um, the next part of their challenge, and before I even get to that, let me do this. There are, Logo has a lot of commercials and different things, and they use a lot of the queens for the commercials, and I love that. But there's a commercial for Orquick that they showed, and they have Mocha Montrese. Not Mocha Montrese, I'm sorry. Coco Montrese. And she is literally doing this whole commercial, and I'm looking at her, and they teased her a lot about when she was on the show, she was looking so orange. Well, she's not looking orange anymore. Now she's looking ashy. She looked like somebody just literally in this commercial just threw an ashtray. I said, girl, the Newport got you, baby, because she's just as ashy through the whole commercial. And I just thought that was real funny. I said, poor thing, she done went from being orange to being ashy. But anyway, that was on the Orquick commercial. I just wanted to throw that in there. I thought that was pretty funny. It was like a comic relief in between while we had to endure the commercials. So let me go on. Here, their next challenge was actually to it's a party like a drag queen. So they had a party box, and they all had them chosen for them by Trinity, being as though she won the mini challenge. And then they had to take the things in the box and turn it into a high fashion look. So they were working on all that, and that was cool. In the interim, Ru, and I meant to say this on my last video, I love RuPaul. I do. I love her. I love her. But you know what? I am really sick of McCall's pattern 3659. Ru has 900 dresses, all made off of the same pattern with different fabric. Really? Come on, Ru. We're 6 seasons in. That same cut of that dress, yes. If it's not broke, you don't fix it. You relax and let it go. But for real, 900 gowns, all with the same cut, basically. You throw a little tinsel on this one, throw a little tinsel on that one. Come on, Ru. And this is just, I'm just saying, I'm sick of the same dress cut in different lengths with a split on a different side. I'm just about sick of that. I'm looking to see her do something else with her fashion. And she thinks that fashion is rocking. She really does, because every year she does this whole countdown of all of her looks. And it's like, girl, McCall's pattern, you're doing it again, honey. Take the sleeve, put the sleeve on, take the sleeve off, cut it, cut the back out a little bit. Come on, Ru. Seriously, come on. And she's driving me crazy with this thing about not wanting drag queens to wear pants. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. We go into the challenge. They're coming out, and not too bad. Nothing's really, really too bad that they've actually done. Courtney Fox, she did this whole thing. Like I said, she's a beautiful queen. She got naked. She already had said, that she thought Michelle Visage was going to be telling her to stop relying on that body. I don't know why she thought that, because she doesn't have the body for Michelle to even say it. When I looked at her, though she is a beautiful queen, though she is a smaller queen, she doesn't have a body. Carmen Carrera, baby, has a body. Now, you go back and you check tapes from Carmen has a body. This Courtney Fox, when she went down to the little panty with a little skirt on it and a half top, baby, she gave me Uncle Bob in the middle. It was very straight. She has no waist indentation. She has no hip. Baby, you can't pull that off. That was giving me man. Straight up man's body. She looked just like somebody's Uncle Bob, honey. I wasn't feeling that at all. So that just kind of threw her out for me. I wasn't feeling her look. Trinity's look was good and it was very theatrical. But again, it's we've seen it before. It was a cross between like a couple Star Wars queens. A lot of silver and things of that nature. And she had the neck piece and all of that. We've seen it before, so it didn't really knock me down. But now when they talked to her and she took the collar off, Michelle Visage asked her to take the collar off. As soon as she took the collar off, baby, she went right. It was straight high fashion. It looked really good with the collar off. So I don't know, maybe just that she went a little bit too theatrical or whatever. But she wore it really well, and she did really look good. Milk. I really, really, really liked Milk's look. And I'll tell you why. One, if we went through that whole thing of Rue not wanting her to do pants and all this, as soon as you say something about pants, Rue's face turns up. Well, this bitch had a jumpsuit, basically. And Rue really was giving, a jumpsuit. Do you think you can make a jumpsuit high fashion? Let me tell you what this bitch did. Full-on palazzo pant legs, and the bitch had a stacked heel. So she was looking even taller because she's already 6 foot something to start with. Very tall. And it was all in white. Everything was in white. She just had thick suspenders. No shirt. It was given the illusion of her boobs being out. She had a draping around her head that was a sparkly fabric, some sparkly creamish fabric hanging down like pretty much like tulle, but it was a little thicker than that. And it was just really hanging. Very hot, very high fashion. She dusted her face. She didn't do hair. She had some more mess up on her head. And then the bitch had the nerve to take and put a white beard. She put a white beard on her face. If you understand high fashion, you would know how sickening she was. That bitch broke the runway down. Now, they can say whatever they want. I was just waiting on Santino because I knew Santino would understand. He got it. He got it. But as far as high fashion on that runway, Milk broke that runway down. That child should have won that challenge as far as I was concerned with high fashion. They wanted to read about the beard and all that. Baby, that is high fashion. And if you know anything about it, you know high fashion is whatever you're not expecting. She was flawless on the runway, and I loved it. But she didn't win the challenge. The challenge actually went to Bianca Del Rio, who actually sews for a living. And I have to say, she made a one-shoulder Hawaiian-inspired dress. The dress was, I didn't find it high fashion. It was just a one-shoulder gown. She made the hell out of it. It was made very well, but it didn't give me high fashion, and I didn't think that it deserved to win at all. Now, our big girl, Miss Darien Lake, she actually came out. Her outfit wasn't high fashion at all. Her outfit was absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And Courtney, not Courtney, Khloe Kardashian gave her a hard time about the outfit because it had rouging right in the front. And Khloe literally broke out and said, girl, I got a fat pussy too. So I understand. I don't put any rouging because it really makes my pussy look really big. And I'm screaming at this point. Screaming. And she said, yeah, because my pussy is fat and it's large and it's in charge. I said, Lord have mercy. And it was a mess. But she was dead on it. It didn't look really good. Now, that Magnolia Crawford, baby, everything they said to her, she broke out to arguing with them. Then you got to actually see her. She just argued and she just fussed and she went back and forth with them. She had this cow print mess on and her wig was horrible. And it was sat down on her head like a real ugly, ill-shaped helmet. It was terrible. And you got to actually see she is a very mean queen. She's mean as hell. And you really can't tell her anything because she's not listening. She's not hearing you at all. So naturally, she ended up in the bottom two. Her and Darien ended up in the bottom two. When I tell you that Darien literally smoked her. They did turn the beat around. Darien smoked her. on the lip sync for your life. Um, she literally even turned around and her lip sync was just off. Her words were off. She didn't even know the words. It was pretty awful. But Rue sent her home. I was glad to see her go actually. And the thing is, Rue should have actually been ashamed to even bring that bitch in there because I know that there's some people on some tapes and things that sent in that Rue skipped by and let this whore in there. She had no business even being in there. I mean, she just wasn't receptive to what they were giving her. She just was a very negative and nasty queen. She was ridiculous. She's ridiculous. She got on my nerves, and I'm glad she's gone. Um, oh, you know what? Let me say this too. Miss Trinity, Trinity Kardashian Bonet is what her name is. I don't know the way that they actually edit and what the timing of what's taped when, but you can see and you will see throughout the season, I'm sure, that Trinity has had some orthodontia done, and this is not a read. I'm giving the bitch her props because her mouth during her confessionals is a motherfucking wreck. It's a wreck. And I'm giving the bitch her props for having enough sense to know that she needed orthodontia before you jump up on TV and carry on. Because when we went back and forth, I had to run back and look because I kept saying, damn, that mouth is a mess. But baby, when she filmed as Trinity, when she was dressed, them teeth were together. And I'm going to mention it because that's what I do. I'm just saying, but I'm giving the bitch all her props for getting that orthodontia done, and she really looked good. But her mouth, baby, that mouth was a wreck. Anyway, so toward the end, the girls come back after they do the elimination. They walk back into the workroom. Well, lo and behold, the other 6 bitches from last week are in there. Now, somebody have them pulled their card because they were a mess last week in the last episode. Baby, when they came in there, it was all an intimidation game when the girls walked in there. Those 6 bitches from last week were just done. They were done. They really were. Their outfits were on, and it was really a good ending. I really liked it. I liked what it did. I liked how it made you not be able to wait till next week to see what's getting ready to go down. Child, even the worst of last week, they had their shit together, and they made a statement. They gave them bitches, let's get it. Let's get it, bitches. So I am excited this week. I really did enjoy the show for the most part, and I love the building up for next week. So right with that, thank you guys for watching the video. Definitely leave your comments. I love to hear what you guys have to say, and we're in it now. Drag race till the end. So, hey, let's get it. I will talk with you guys really, really soon. Have a great week and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.